and Namaste. Today we are going to learn about projectile motion. Look at the picture. Here is one person who is projecting something into the air. That's why we know that the projectile means object which was thrown into the air, which is acting under the action of gravity. That is known as the projectile, and its motion is known as projectile motion. Let's move towards its definition. If a body thrown into the air moves under the gravity alone, only under the gravity, it is called the projectile. Now, when the body is projecting into the air, the projectile is under the action of following two types of motion. They are horizontal and vertical. You know that if we throw something into the air, then it has the two types of motion. One along its direction and another along y direction, x and y direction, and its original. Okay, these two components are responsible for the projecting anybody into the air. Horizontal motion is supplied initially, and this horizontal motion is unchanged throughout the motion, and another is vertical motion, which is caused by the earth gravity, and initially it is negative because it moves upward and gravity is alone downward up to maximum height. Okay, if a projectile is projected, it has the following characteristics. Number one, the motion is two-dimensional. We are here only going to discuss about two-dimensional motion, not three-dimensional. Okay, and second, the horizontal velocity remains the same, but the vertical velocity changes continuously. We had said earlier this one. And third one, the time for which the projectile remains into the air depends on the vertical motion, but not the horizontal motion. It only depends on vertical motion, not on the horizontal motion. The net velocity of a projectile changes continuously. Velocity changes continuously. This in every point, the velocity changes continuously due to this gravitational force. Okay, now case 1. We have two cases here. One, projectile is projected from the ground. This is the ground level. If we have projected from here, then this is the projectile projected from the ground. If we have the certain height here, and this is a ground level, another level, then if we have projected from here, then it is the second case where the projectile is projected from the certain height. Yes. Okay, these are the two conditions here. Consider a projectile is projected from a point, any point O, on the ground, as in the figure. Let the projectile is projected with the velocity of u, making an angle of theta with the horizontal. Look at here in the picture. Here is some object is thrown from the point O here, okay, here, and then when it is projected into the air, it makes an angle of theta here, okay, theta here. Look at the picture, and its velocity is u. Initial velocity is u, and it has, look at the picture, it has the two components. They are the horizontal component along the direction parallel to the earth surface, and another is vertical component which is perpendicular to the earth surface and which is responsible for this project. Okay, the horizontal component is u cos theta and the vertical component is u sin theta. Okay, cos theta and sin theta. How they arise? Look at here. I am going to explain here. Look at here. Okay, triangular law vector addition. This is parallelogram vector addition. If we have the velocity nu, then its component are, now this is 90 degree. Okay, this is 90. This is 90, means this is h. And if we want to say this one, this is angle theta. And look at here, this is u. Then u, this is cos theta. Okay, u cos theta. And in vertical direction, this means this is a p. P means sine. Then sine what, u sine theta. Okay, in this way we can arise this horizontal component and vertical components here. Okay, okay, another one. Okay, here the horizontal component is unchanged throughout the motion. Horizontal component is always constant in this case. Okay, in projectile case, the horizontal component, it means the u cos theta is always remains constant, but the vertical component, which is u sin theta, is always responsible for the projectile. And u sin theta is here known as the initial velocity. Okay, now here we have the upward motion. The initial velocity is u sin theta and final velocity is 0, because at maximum height it will be 0 there, and height travel is h max. Time in the air is equal to t, and the acceleration is minus g here. Okay, minus g here. And we have v equal to u plus at. We already know that v equal to u plus at. Here the v means, as it is, v means 0, and u means u sin theta, and this minus means g is negative here. That's why minus g and into t. Okay, in this way we can calculate this t here. T equal to u sin theta by g. This is the time for reaching the projectile at maximum height. But what is the time for the travel whole the motion? It is the double of it, because look at here, if we throw something into the air, then this is the t for maximum height. Okay, the time taken by the projectile to reach at the maximum height is equal to the time taken from this maximum height to the ground. That's why we have t into t. Total time for the travel in the air is equal to 2t. That's why maximum, okay, time of flight is 2t. That's why t total time for the flight is equal to 2 into t. T is already calculated here. That's why u sin theta. Okay, 2 u sin theta by z. Only the double of this u here. Okay, now what is the maximum height? For maximum height, we can use the formula v square is equal to u square plus 2as. We already know that v is always 0, and v is here 0, u is u sin theta, and g means minus g. That's why this minus sign here, and h means s max. In this way we can calculate h max. Okay, now s max equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. This is the maximum height. Okay, we can calculate this maximum height in this way. Okay, for the horizontal range, what is horizontal range? Means the distance traveled by a projectile in horizontal. Okay, that is the horizontal range. For this, we have already know that the uniform velocity ux equal to u cos theta. Time of t is equal to 2u sin theta by g. We have already calculated here. Then the range means s equal to what? Ut. S barabar ut plus 1 by 2 at square. But at is in at square, g is equal to here 0. That's why we have only ut only here. That's why putting these values here, u cos theta into 2u sin theta by g. In this way, you can calculate the u range equal to u square into 2 sin theta cos theta by z. Then sin theta, 2 sin theta cos theta means sin 2 theta. In this way, the range equal to u square sin 2 theta by z. That's why this is the range. And what is the maximum range here? Maximum range means maximum projection from body. Okay, projection of body, maximum. How we can project the projectile in the maximum distance. Okay, here the only the responsible, that is u. U is constant all over the motion here for horizontal, and 2 sine theta. This theta is responsible for the maximum range. That's why we can calculate the theta maximum. For theta maximum, we have the sine 2 theta equal to maximum. For we can calculate the maxima and minima by differentiating something. That's why for by this, here we have the r equal to u square sine 2 theta by g. Then the maximum range r is maximum when the theta is equal to 45 degree. Okay, now look at the picture. Here the different angles and curves are there given here. Now it at what is this, 16 degree. This is minimum. Here it is, and when is a 30, it is increasing. 45 maximum, and again increasing. 60 degree again is less, and further less. That's why 45 degree angle is the farthest down range for the x. Okay, maximum for the x. That's why theta is equal to 45 is for the maximum range. The angle for the maximum range is 45 degree. Okay, now that's why r max equal to putting the value of 45 degree sine 45, and its value is u square by g. Okay, now the velocity at any instant for any point there, and the point means this velocity at instant means what? Here is it, and this projectile at any point we can calculate the velocity of that object. Okay, by now how the resultant velocity is ux equal to u cos theta and uy equal to u sin theta minus gt is also responsible here. For x coordinate there is no, it is unchanged everywhere. Here it is constant u cos theta, but this vy is changing because this g is changing here. That's why u sin theta minus gt is y component, and the velocity at any instant is given by the x component and y component. That's why the velocity at any instant is v equal to ux is vx square plus vy square. Adding these two terms here. Okay, then v equal to u cos theta, putting the value as given in here, u cos theta plus u sin theta minus gt square. Solving this equation, we can get v is equal to u square minus 2u sin theta gt plus g square t square. Okay, and for the direction, what is the direction? Direction means y component by x component. It is so simple, by vx. Okay, wait for a minute. For direction, tan phi equal to by bx. Putting this value, we can get the direction. Phi equal to tan inverse u sin theta minus ct by u cos theta. Okay, now for the trajectory of a projectile. Trajectory of a projectile means the path in which it is projected. Okay, when it is thrown from the ground, that is called the trajectory of the projectile. Look at here. For the horizontal down motion, we have x equal to u cos theta into t equal to x cos u x upon u cos theta. Why this horizontal is motion for only responsible, or it is for the calculation of t here. And the vertical component, we have the y equal to u sin theta into t minus 1 by 2 gt square. This g is responsible here every time. That's why u sin theta into t minus 1 by 2 gt square. And putting the value y equal to u sin theta into this only putting this value and the solving, we get the final answer u y equal to tan theta into x minus g by this one in n x square. This is the equation of what? Parabola. Okay, look at this picture. When the body is projected from here, okay, where the mouse is, it projected from here, then this takes as a path of parabola. That's why this is the equation of parabola. Okay, that's why the equation of parabola, and hence the trajectory of a particle is parabolic. This is a parabolic. Okay, now in the second case, when the projectile is projected from the height, if you understand the case 1, then it is very easy to understand, okay? Because it is just half part only. When the projectile is projected from the height, then the time is half, then everything is half here. That's why its initial velocity is 0 here and the final velocity is changeable, okay? U. That's why consider this. The initial velocity is u0 and the acceleration due to the gravity. That's why the time of flight is horizontal motion is always unaffected here also. Vertical motion only the responsible for the time, okay? Now the initial velocity is 0 at height h, time t, acceleration due to gravity g. Then E is equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square. At means gt square. G is positive here. Look at here. G is, now the G is positive here. In earlier case, the G is negative, but here the G is positive. That's why the A is equal to what? U0. That's why 1 by 2 gt square, and in t equal to 2h upon g. In this way, we can calculate the time. Okay. Now, the horizontal range. For this, the horizontal range is always s equal to ut. That is, s equal to u into t. Then u is here. Okay. In the earlier case, we had calculated what? G. 2h by g. It is time. Then u is as it is into t. Okay. And this value is range equal to this one. And velocity at an instant is, at an instant, it has the two components. We already know horizontal component and vertical component. Horizontal component u0 throughout the motion. It is same. And for the downward velocity is increasing with time. Now, when the object moves from ground to upper level, its velocity is decreasing. And from top to bottom, its velocity is increasing. That's why Vy equal to 0 plus gt. Then Vy equal to gt. Then putting the value of x component and y component in formula b equal to root over bx square plus by square, then we get the value of b. Okay. For the direction by bx, then phi equal to tan inverse gt by u. That is the direction of the velocity p. Okay. Equation of trajectory. For equation of trajectory, horizontal motion is x equal to u naught into t. Then t equal to x by u naught. Vertical motion. For vertical motion, we have y equal to 0 plus 1 by 2 gt square. And in this way, we are calculating y equal to this one value into x square, which is equal to y equal to kx square, where k is equal to g by 2 u square. U naught square is a constant. This is constant value. 2 g is constant. U naught is constant. Initial velocity is constant. That's why this whole value is constant. Only x is changeable. That's why this is parabola. Okay. That's why the trajectory of a projectile thrown from the height is also parabolic. Okay. These two in both cases, we know that what the equation of trajectory for the projectile is parabolic in both cases. Okay. Okay. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel. Please share, like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Namaste.